We'll begin with these two. They were born in the same hospital near St. Louis, but met years later when they were living in another state. He's a mechanical engineer. She's a homeschool mom who works at IU. They've been together for 27 years. It's the bride's parents, Jeff and Amy Summers. He's from Washington, she's from St. Louis, both professors at Morehead State University. These two have been married for nearly 38 years. It's the groom's parents, Doctors Mark and Edna Shack.
The one they fix, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would die. So just look at them and sigh.
Next, she'll be heading to Cedarville University next week, but has been a friend, co-worker, and late-night confidant of the bride since their homeschooling days. She's also fluent in American Sign Language, which has made it much easier to gossip with the bride at work. It's bridesmaid Kelsey Schrum.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. 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 That tonight's
We have just met and I love this guy already. He taught himself to read at 3. Attempted to sign up for college when he was 4, bypassed all the parental controls at age 7, and had the FBI knocking on his door at age 12. We can't wait to see what these teenage years bring. It's groomsman and brother of the bride, Nick Summers. Well, this bridesmaid bonded with the bride over their love of all things Harry Potter. She's a heart performance major at Wheaton College and, like the bride, is a proud Gryffindor. She is also a long-standing feud with the bride over whether or not M&Ms, the orange M&Ms, are actually from Satan. It's Victoria Padella. All right, next, best friend of the bride since they were 7 years old. These two have been inseparable. He's a Just Dance superstar, an expert on all things Godzilla and Pokemon. And even though he's listed as a groomsman, we all know he's really the bride's man. It's Thomas DeWillius. She is an informatics major at IU, a professional dance instructor, a classical guitarist, and lover of all things a cappella. And like the bride, she also doubles as a princess for hire. It's Julia Pinella. All right, this psychology graduate and groomsman is a friend of the bride and the groom. As a black belt in Taekwondo, this hulk of a man took years of martial arts lessons with the bride. When he's not impersonating the lead singer for Creed, Scott Stapp, or dancing like Miley Cyrus, he aspires to be one of the old men from Secondhand Lion. It's John Lasella.
Everybody's looking at me now. Like, who's that chick that's rocking me? Just beat it.
She is small, but she is fierce. She loves bubble tea, sharp objects, and her dog Elmo. This bridesmaid was there when it all began. At a cookout, she walked down to the lake with the potential or future bride and groom. After she conveniently disappeared, the groom saw his opportunity to steal a kiss from the bride. Unfortunately, he nearly ended up in the lake, but it all worked out well in the end. All the way from Mumbai, it's easy for me to say, Ricadilla. This groomsman was the president of the Sigma Pi fraternity at Morehead State back when the groom was an undergrad. Now he's in sales, but his greatest feat was bringing the faux hawk back to the newest heights of anyone imaginable. It's Marcus Hundley. She loves Jesus and America too. She's a big music nerd and too hipster for her own good. She was in the bride's first Chi Alpha core group, and besides the bride, was one of the few still remaining after Sorority Rush Week. It's Haley Keitel. Next, this groomsman met Brian when they were both living in New York. In addition to being a Bible study leader, he is a board game extraordinaire, winning at every board game he plays. He traveled all the way from California for this special day, and miraculously, he actually made it here on time. It's David Bennett. Next up, we have the groom's sister. She gave up following Brian's dabbling in magic when she ended up with an orange Tic Tac up her nose. Fortunately, no doctors or nurses were necessary. Today, she is either working hard at studying to become a physician assistant or working hard at playing, especially on her jet ski in Cave Run Lake. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Claire Shack. This groomsman was Brian's roommate when he was an undergrad at Morehead State. He loves Mountain Dew, video games, wrestling, and all things Batman. He also has the uncanny ability to pick up girls in the toilet paper aisle. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jonathan Meadows.
Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done.
I'd like to introduce this bridesmaid and sister of the groom. She's a mechanical engineering student who loves to go mountain unicycling, creates banjos out of cookie tins, and has the voice of an angel. And now, she asked to share her name with the bride. It is the original Rachel Shack. All right, next, this groomsman has more shoes than Imelda Marcos, has seen all 236 episodes of the TV show Friends 7 times. As Brian's former roommate, he predicted this day as he witnessed the bride and groom's long, awkward transition from just friends to dating. He's an Iranian native. Mertad Motamed.
Quite fancies me.
As a longtime friend of the bride, these two have traveled together from coast to coast. They've seen giant sequoias, the Hollywood stars, our nation's capital, the Big Apple, and she has even mistaken a San Francisco trash can for a small Asian woman. This environmentally law major and homeschool valedictorian, Allie Rodruck. With degrees in math and environmental economics, he's been the best friend of the groom since childhood. He's a waffle-making entrepreneur, loves to wear 2 belts simultaneously, loves Velcro shoes, and can turn a 20-minute walk home into a 5-hour adventure. In fact, he's so fun and unpredictable, he's actually the male version of the bride. Amir, the body of Modi. Next, she's a sociology major, and her favorite things are meat plates and Elvis. When she's not waking up the bride in the middle of the night to call 911 over a misplaced plunger, she can be found growling at bearded men. It's the maid of honor, Katie Bell. Our next gentleman is the coolest guy you'd ever want to meet. He likes to skydive, fly airplanes, free climb mountains, and run up the side of trees. You can find him riding down waterfalls in a professional whitewater kayaker. He even juggles, plays a mean harmonica, and can kill you with a playing card. Ladies and gentlemen, the best man and brother of the groom, Kevin Shack.
When I wore your romance clothes.